We're also following breaking news out of the tech world tonight that you may have heard about. Amazon set to announce massive layoffs, as many as 30,000 corporate job cuts. That, according to Reuters. CNBC reporting it will be the largest cuts in the company's history. NBC's Christine Romans joins us now on set. Christine, so great to see you and talk to you. This is a huge headline, and it's sort of wild because it's one of the biggest companies in the world. And if they're cutting 30,000 people, what does that say for other companies across the country?
And they're cutting things like advertising and HR and cloud. They're cutting white-collar jobs. 10% of their corporate office jobs here is what these reports are. Amazon, of course, not commenting, but these are supposed to start tomorrow. These pink slips will start tomorrow. And I think it shows you that using AI for cost cutting is essentially the holy grail for these big companies. They want to use artificial intelligence to figure out how to take out layers in the office, how to make people more productive, and how to move some of this work to other functions, AI functions.
And we were just talking about AWS, I think, last week with your colleague Brian Chung here. Explain to our viewers, this is sort of scary. We don't want to scare people out there, but Amazon is a tech company. They're obviously invested in AI. We just had Vicky Nguyen here talking about AI in the stock rooms. This is different, though, because they have the technology to do AWS, but they're also cutting through AI. And it's kind of putting those two ideas together, right?
Yeah, and it's really interesting to me. They grew like gangbusters through the pandemic, added all these workers, and then realized they had too many workers. And they cut 27,000. I think in 2022, they had a huge downsizing. And this is on top of that. This is even bigger than that, Tom, if it's indeed 30,000 jobs.
And it's your understanding it's because of AI? They're figuring out jobs that AI can take, some of them?
They're cutting costs. Andy Jassy, the CEO this summer, in a memo to employees in June, said they would do everything and they would use any technology they could to cut costs. And cutting costs is cutting HR, it's cutting advertising, it's cutting some of these places where you can do it better with technology and AI.
Maybe happening faster than some people thought. Okay, Christine Romans, we thank you.
All right, Shalom. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAHSHI'S, Rakah, Kodash, the honest apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to those out here pushing the truth and sincerity. And we have another report of layoffs, like various other jobs have been doing. And this one's 30K workers, which she already mentioned back in, I think, 2021. They did 27,000. So it's a big number, not as much as the government layoff, but it's still a very big number. That's 30K people that has to find jobs, try to find some form of benefits, and some other stuff. And Amazon has different layers of sections of what they do, including including the deliveries, because they got other partners within them that also handle deliveries. So, but let's go into what jobs do Amazon have, because they're focusing on AI. So, of course, they did mention most of the sit-down jobs, I guess, but this includes warehouse jobs. They have warehouse jobs that do groceries and groceries, and they, of course, and I worked in Amazon at one point as a delivery driver, so I got to see the insides, and they already had some form of AI in there, but they had mostly machines, but they had a little AI in there, so it wasn't very noticeable, but they had something in there. So they'll probably be out of some form of business. That or just they'll probably keep them. They got delivery drivers, they got store associates, software engineers, fulfillment center workers, right? Which I think this is going to be the main one that they're one of the main ones they're going to work with, that and software engineers as far as the AI. Now, let's go into what Amazon owns. It says Whole Foods, Zappos, Twitch, MGM Holdings, Alexa, Kindle Fire, Ring, and Blink. Now, Twitch, which is a streaming platform, and Alexa, which is, various electronics, they're going to probably be managed and handled by AI as well, which also kicks the people that controls that moderates these type of technologies out of the way as well. So you're seeing a transition from a lot of things from actual people to AI generated. to where you don't need as much workers, and this puts people in a big predicament now, because with all the stuff that's going on, now they're resorting to layoffs so they can save money and keep these companies afloat, which ends up screwing people in the long run. So this is Isaiah 5:11. It says, "Woe to them that rise up early in the morning, that may follow." Sorry, let me just restart. It says, "Woe to them that rise up in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night to wine and flame them." And this is for all the people that was banking on some big career to last them to the day they die or till they retire, believing that this place will prosper, because America or the government gives these people the notion that they are the people that could basically makes this place run, which in a sense they are. They are the slave laborers, but they won't tell them that. And with slaves, they're always replaceable. So this would be no different. So these people that was banking on all this stuff, this is the destruction they're going to get, which would be, and it depends on what it even is, because this is the destruction of their happiness, the destruction of their livelihoods, and they got to struggle. They try to make ends meet even at another job now that they may not even be qualified for, or now that they had to take a way less to pay a job because AI is taking over and it's saving these big companies money. But for the people that refuse to listen to us when we was talking about a lot of this stuff gonna be shutting down, I mean, what can you do? This is what you pretty much had coming, right? So this is Proverbs 23:29. It says, "Who hath woe? Who hath sorrow? Who hath contentions? Who hath babbling? Who have wounds without cause? Who have redness of eyes?" Now, of course, this is going into, what this whole passage basically goes into what to do, what not to do, and be much aware. But even with this, when you equate it to this, you see a lot of these people have woe and sorrow, because this passage was talking about basically look what's going on the outside and don't be like these people, and that's what we're doing. We're not being like these people out here that have the woes, the sorrows, and the contentions, because things ain't going that way, because things are backfiring, because we done told them, and they're mad that what we're saying is true. That's why we having people come up to us and attacking us, because they know that what we're saying is true. They don't like the fact that what we prophesy eventually ends up happening, because the Lord wills it. They don't like the fact that we are right about this place being a scam. That's why these people are so angry. That's why you'll have people come up to us with knives, guns, and trying to get us off the corners, and it doesn't work, because this is how the Lord has everything set up. This is why we still stay out there. Some of us may get attacked. Some of us may end up falling to death behind it. But we'll still keep being out there. Nothing changes. Wherever you can find us, we'll find it. We even will find other spots. You still can't stop what the Lord has pretty much been speaking this entire time. Right? This will be the last scripture. This is Job 20:5. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short. And this is, I'm actually going to keep going. It says, "And the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment." And this is primarily going to Esau, but even our people are wicked, because they are triumphing along with this place, but they're not receiving the benefits from it. They just got temporary benefits that could be easily taken away. So, and it says enjoy the hypocrite for a moment. So I've seen people talking about how slavery was bad and all this stuff, but the same hypocrites will fall into Esau when shit happens, or they'll go into some weird ass movement about killing, and then start killing each other. And this is the hypocrisy that they have adopted from the oppressor, because the oppressors are hypocrites and wicked, because they're not. There's no sight of righteousness in them. So our people act the way they do because they fall under that line and category under Esau. But that's why it says, but for a moment, because all this got to come to a close. 2/3 of our people got to go. Esau's definitely going to go. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No matter where he hides or where he if he try to close this place down, which will happen, he ain't escaping, as they say, the coming fire, literally, because the fire is coming. It will devour them. So, but another part of this fire is the fact that this place will be coming to a close. I ain't just talking about the destruction, but I'm talking about, the normal life that these people thought they could maintain. The normalcy bias that they thought that this place would continue. Now you're gonna start seeing a store that you used to go to a lot shut down. Hell, even Amazon might shut down. Well, probably will shut down. Each big company is starting to shut down over time. And it's not going to be the same for these people anymore. They're going to lose their minds, especially when it comes to food stores. They screwed. So, Lord one, this is the Lord I find with that. Shalom.